Hey y'all, welcome to Camira's Kitchen. Today we are making this beautiful and delicious pineapple honey glazed holiday ham. You guys will love this, and this is so easy to make. For starters, I have a 9-pound smoked spiralized ham. I think getting it spiralized is the easiest thing to do for the home cook. I ain't trying to mess with all that cutting. All right, so to get started, I have a ring of pineapples. I also have these little marsuccio, those little, y'all know those little cherries y'all be putting on the ice cream, okay? I have some cloves, and I am going to be stuffing the slices of this ham with these pineapple rings. This is going to make the ham super juicy and super tasty. Now, to put them in between the slices, you're just going to take those rings and break them in half. I'm also going to take those cherries and I'm going to push some of them down deep, okay, down deep up in there. And then other ones I am going to sort of put on the edge. Any of the pineapples and the cherries that you put more on the edge of the slices, they're going to get caramelized and they're going to bring out a really great flavor. So do a little bit of both, okay? Then I am going to use cloves and I'm just going to stick them all around the slices of the ham. Now, I feel like cloves are a must whenever you're making a ham. And I know some of y'all, the only time y'all use cloves is when you're making ham, okay? But I think it's definitely something you need to have that nice holiday flavor. I'm also going to be using toothpicks just to secure some of the slices. I don't want it to become too droopy, so I'm just going to use the toothpicks to help me keep in the pineapples and the cherries. Now put the cloves however you want them, but on the back, sometimes it's really not sliced. So I'm going to take my chef knife and I'm going to score it. I'm going to go down a couple of times on the diagonal in one direction, and then I will flip my knife and I will go the other direction just to make this nice little pattern. This is going to be so that I can stick my cloves in there and get that flavor and aroma in the back. Y'all know we eat all the sides of the meat. We eat in the front, we eat in the back. All right, so you want to go in and you want to flavor this side as well. Now you guys tell me, how do you guys prepare your holiday ham? Are you guys using cloves? Are you using allspice? What are you eating this ham with? I feel like ham and potatoes are like a natural pairing, as well as with some yeast rolls. Oh my goodness. That is like the epitome of holiday food, okay? Now I am going to go in and put my cherries and my pineapples together in a cute decorative pattern. Like, isn't that the point of having a ham? Like, it is so cute. So I'm going to take my pineapple rings and I'm going to take my cherries and I'm just going to stick them all around the place. Now, if you have been enjoying this recipe so far, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. I post new recipes weekly. Most of the time, I'm posting 2 to 3 meals a week, and you're going to get a Soul Food Sunday meal inspiration for the weekend. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell because you do not want to miss out on all the flavor that is happening around here. Okay, now with my ham all prepared, I am going to cover it up with foil and I'm going to push this into a 325-degree oven for an hour and a half. This is going to make sure that the ham is evenly heated. To make sure that the ham does not dry out, I have saved the juice from the pineapple. I use 2 cans of the pineapple rings, so that's why you see 2 cups of juice. I'm putting 1 cup of juice into the bottom of this baking dish. I'm going to cover it, and then I'm going to bake it for an hour and a half. If you have a larger ham, you could even do up to 2 hours. Remember, the ham's already cooked. We're just heating it up, okay? So now we're going to go in and make a glaze. I have 4 tablespoons of salted butter, and to that, I'm going to put a half of a cup of honey because this is a honey glazed ham, okay? I'm then going to add a cup and a half of brown sugar, as well as about 1/4 of a cup of the pineapple juice and 1/4 of a cup of the juice from the cherries. I'm putting cinnamon and a little bit of ginger in mine, and I also like to put 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. It will not make a strong mustard taste, but it will complement the sweetness of the fruits. I'm using about 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg and just a little pinch of salt to balance out that sweetness, and I'm going to cook this until everything is melted. Now my ham is now thoroughly heated, and I'm going to first baste it with a turkey baster. You want to make sure the ham doesn't dry out, so just go in there and put this pineapple juice has been at the bottom all between the slices to make sure it doesn't dry out. I'm then going to begin to glaze the ham. Now this glaze is super delicious. And do y'all just see how this river, okay, this river of glaze is just coming down this ham? Oh my goodness. And you also want to make sure that you get the pineapple rings because you want those to caramelize. To step up the flavor, I even take my turkey baster and I actually inject the glaze in between all of the slices. This is going to make sure you get that flavor all up in the ham. Now this part is totally optional, but I like to take out some of the juice that is at the bottom, and I like to actually reduce it just for about 10 minutes on the stove so that when I go into glazed, the glaze is just a little bit thicker, but this is optional. You don't have to do this, okay? Now my ham has been baking at 400 degrees for 10 minutes uncovered. I'm then going to go in with the basting liquid that I have, and I'm going to put it all over the ham slices as well as in between the slices. Basting is super important at this stage because you don't want it to dry out, but you want it to caramelize. I let mine cook for about 25 minutes at 400, and I just baste it in total about every 5 minutes, and then you will have this beautiful ham. I hope you guys will try this recipe. I hope you guys remember that I love you and Jesus loves you, and I will see you next time in Camira's Kitchen. God bless and goodbye.